yesterday.
Hey.
Against PSU Teatime 10. I assume that's Penn State.
Gotta be.
Shoutouts to my org, Brotherly Loves Esports, for helping out at Smash Valley this previous couple months ago, and to Gene Dalla for getting that together. And Penn State scene still going strong. It looks like, I think if I remember right, Mo Money played Marth, I think. Yeah, that's what the display shows as well. Oh,
no, Sheik. No. Mo Money looks like Sheik according to the.
Okay. I trust production. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Marth has Tim as the tag, so.
Oh, Teatime Tim.
Teatime Tim.
Yeah, you know, that was a good clue. That was a good clue.
I was also looking at the controllers as well, but.
Got your detective gear out on that one.
Marth Sheik. I'm still thinking about that last set. That was the low tiers, the mid tiers are coming out. I think they're all kind of cross-inspiring each other.
I was talking with Jorge a lot about this yesterday during the round 1 pools. And I think the defensive innovations and how widespread they've gotten has left room for mid-tiers that are less affected by those innovations, like Donkey Kong for sure, because you can't defend from getting up aired a bunch of times.
That's a good way to put it,
and
actually.
Because, you know, DK's defense got better, and offense did not get much worse. Like, the top-tier characters, like, yeah, they're still better characters, but, like, Fox's offense and defense have gotten relative worse compared to the rest of the cast.
On those characters, yeah.
Yeah. And, like, Young Link's another one where, like, you don't necessarily need to combo. We see that all the time with, the, like, projectiles into walling aerials leading into an edge guard and stuff. So there's certain characters that, you know, in this particular meta have a little bit of a niche where they didn't before.
That's really interesting, actually. That's a good point.
That's my take on it.
No, I think that's spot on, because things like bombs, boomerangs, and whatnot, you know, they're going to have a harder time being slid off or had those defensive options happen to them. So that makes a lot of sense.
Even if they are, like, you know, a couple years ago, defensive options were available. Now they're turning into reversals. And it feels like sometimes you're at an advantageous state, and then your stock gets taken anyway.
Right.
Where, you know, some of the mid-tier characters don't have to deal with that as often. Maybe at least not yet, and that tech will develop as they become more popular.
Yeah, a lot of the reversals are on the main characters. That's absolutely true.
But down to this match, a nice pair of down airs from Mo Money against Teatime 10.
Ooh, great shield on the up B there. I don't know how the Sheik was expecting that, or was ready for it, rather. That was like a raw up B in the
really.
Stage.
Because if Marth drops just a little bit farther, you're just shielding and Marth makes it back to the ledge for free.
Right.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, great forwarder as well. Not even trading. Oh, but not the right up B. Not quite getting the refresh that you want.
The aerial spacing is quite good for Mo Money at the start of this game. Yeah, and that forward air on the back of our shield is going to cause problems.
Great slide off too with the forward air. Going to get a reversal. Not going to get the KO here, but I like the distances that the Sheik has been keeping.
Yeah.
Between the needles and just staying underneath the platforms.
Yeah, Teatime Tim's being a little bit slower, trying to move into more favorable ranges for Marth. But I think Mo Money is coming on top in the positional game. More often than not, at least.
Definitely. Ooh, great recovery as well.
Yeah,
nice. Smash not covering.
Yeah, I was impressed with Mo Money yesterday.
I can see why.
Yeah.
The Sheik is looking good. Even there, I think the retreat off of the initiation there, hit like on the shield and then just wave dash back instead of opting to, you know, pressure a little bit more on shield. I like the retreats as well. He knows when to stop.
Oh. Yeah, that's 60% on Marth all in one go. When you're already in the lead, that's a good number to have.
Had the slide off, but actually gets punished off of the slide off.
Okay, crouch canceling the F tilt. Now we're starting to see a little bit of close range counterplay, which I think is important because Teatime Tim was getting a little bit run over in those close range situations.
Yeah. Gosh, Sheik is doing such a good job staying like outside down tilt range and then also crouching a lot of the aerial approaches from the Marth's end.
Yeah, and you do not want to feel like this as a Marth, but like your direct answer is something like run a little bit farther forward than you'd like to and do like rising fair or something. It's just so dangerous.
Yeah, or dash attack maybe could even be threatened a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe not at this particular percent, but on the next stock.
Yeah.
If it gets to that point.
Yeah, that's interesting because, like, as Marth, you're a character who often you want to play the spacing game. You don't want to overextend, but it has to be represented a little bit or else Sheik is able to do this to you.
Yeah. Just, like, not afraid of the down tilts at all.
Okay, that's a nice slide off. See, there's some of that defense we were talking about at the outset of the set.
Also, just the recoveries have been really good from the Sheik's end.
Kind of like Dancing Blade against spot dodge. This is something you see all the time.
Just staying outside nair range, it just feels like the moves that the Marth have been threatening have been outspaced every single time.
Yeah, and it's like pretty micro. There was one,
Yeah.
I think it was a forward air that was pretty low to the ground, but Sheik was still able to get just outside of it and low profile like the front down part of the hitbox, which is not the strongest part, and was able to punish from there. So it's been, you know, playing it pretty close. It is difficult to stay that close to the outside of Marth's range where they think that they can hit you and you can still punish them back.
Yeah. I think dash attack we're going to see a little bit more, and I think even forward smash has its place, because when you're spacing for down tilt and you're kind of like holding away as you're dashing away from it, if you get hit by a forward smash, tipper especially, you're DIing away for it,
and
which is terrible.
Another wrinkle in the Marth game plan here is Mo Money's implemented crouch canceling a couple times in these last few stocks. That's been giving Teatime Tim a problem. And it's been converting into big stuff like a grab or a tilt that, you know, knocks them way up into a combo.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a nice up B. I also see Teatime Tim doing a little bit more of cross-up aerials on shield, like doing forward and trying to get on the other side, or even like down tilting and then like dashing in front, like getting on the other side of the shield after the down tilt, which is I think a nice little mix-up as well.
Yeah, so the gameplay is definitely changing. It's just like, can you keep up and overcome, you know, the advantage that Mo Money's built up?
Yeah. Also on a stage like this, it is going to be harder for Mo Money to do the kind of micro spacing that we're talking about outside, like down tilts and whatnot.
Oh, Mo Money like more money. It's as though you're getting wealthier.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you hit all your aerials.
You get Mo Money at the locals?
Not much money there. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe less money with all the gas prices and everything else that comes into play.
Yeah.
Hourly rate, not great.
So this is another time. It was the second time we saw one of that first stock that you mentioned. Teatime Tim recovered to the stage. This time Mo Money crouch cancels it, is able to get a big punish. It brings Marth from like 40 to 100. But Teatime Tim is in the lead for the first time.
I think the stage is really helping out.
Definitely.
Just, it's much harder to space. Ooh, okay. Great slide off though, not going to get much off that up throw. Another chance here. Missing the up tilt, that was meant to be reverse up tilt, got forward tilt to the left instead.
And you can see Teatime Tim's Marth brain working opposite my Fox brain in probably a good way. Rather slowly press forward in like true neutral, right? And make Sheik run out of space going into the corner.
Yeah.
Way easier on Yoshi's.
Yes, yeah. Corner is so much easier to push into. Oh, tries to just sneakily grab the ledge, but not quite fast enough. The needles have been doing such a good job too.
Yes.
Especially when the Marth is in the corner. A little bit too high to get a conversion. Good DI on the up tilt. There you go.
Snags the ledge. Yeah, Teatime Tim playing sharper. Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of momentum. Not just for the mental, but also like your game plan is working and now you have like something to work from.
Right. Yeah, it just feels like you have more options.
Yeah, you start to see the ones that are working. You start to understand. Now you're presenting problems to your opponent to solve as opposed to the other way around, because it really felt like Mo Money was the only one who was creating the puzzle.
Yeah. Oh, again?
Wow.
That was fast.
Yeah, Teatime Tim really picked it up in terms of speed, game plan. I guess the only question, hey, it's the first game 3 that I got to commentate.
There you go.
The only question is, will the counterpick be too much to contend with? Because I do think a big part of the success is, in the words of one of my closest friends, Yoshi's is only the edge. The whole stage is the edge, especially with like how big Marth's sword is.
Yeah.
Presumably we'll be going to a large one. Oh, Fountain of Dreams is, so Fountain of Dreams is more the conventional counterpick, assuming Dreamland was banned. Maybe you ask if you go back to Battlefield or something, because also conventionally, FD is not good for Sheik, and Stadium's not so great either.
Yeah, Stadium is pretty good for Marth as well, so.
Yeah, but I mean, the way that the games are going, I am a fan of counterpicking the player as opposed to the character more often than not, if you haven't detected that they're able to change their style rapidly.
Right.
And I might have gone Stadium as no money in this.
That could have been tricky. It could have been tricky. I think the stage is at least a little bit bigger than Yoshi's, so you get some of the benefits to mitigate the problems that we talked about Yoshi's. Especially with how quickly Teatime Tim was grabbing the edge off of some of these recoveries.
Yeah, and there are so many benefits. Like now, Marth isn't the only character whose tilts reach the platforms, right? And so you'll be able to pressure back a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that there's just enough stage difference that you can already see a difference in the neutral here from Mo Money.
Yeah, maybe it is enough. That's why I'm not the Sheik player.
And you don't get as long of the, I mean, you still get some combo strings, but they're not as brutal as they were on Yoshi's there from the Marth's end.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very nice combo to the top platform. But like you mentioned, since that's in the center of the stage, you're not sent very far off stage. And Sheik's only really in trouble with her, you know, somewhat poor recovery if there's not much mix-up onto the stage or onto a platform. Okay, up air is just a little bit late. There's actually been a few times that Mo Money's been just a little bit late on the punish, but still does have that lead. Oh, 3 grabs. I guess you can buffer the last one with down throw. Yeah.
That was a really nice punish off the platform there to be able to do what I thought was going to be another grab, but instead should drop it forward air onto the left side.
I haven't seen grounded poof in a little while. Obviously a mistake trying to get to the edge. Okay, couple of shields. Yeah, slowly working his way in. There's no money.
I really like that punish on the shield grab. When you turn around up tilt like that, it just spaces outside a lot of shield grab attempts there, because it kind of turns you around and kind of has this motion where you're moving away from the grab, and you get a punish off of it with the up tilt.
Yeah, the neutral in this stock that's been played so far, I think is key to see from Teatime Tim. Did a really good job keeping Sheik on the outskirts, on the platforms with not much space to go, because that's how you got the advantage on Yoshi's. Here it's not given to you, you have to earn it.
Yeah.
Teatime Tim, so far this stock has done a pretty good job. But you know, those couple of mistakes against someone like Mo Money, those little bit of overreaching, or you're putting yourself at frame disadvantage at the wrong spot is pretty scary.
Yeah, and you see just a lot of like, oh no, that's a huge miss. I was gonna say there was like some big flubs in terms of just like going for F smash right in the middle of Mo Money's shield, you know, just like throwing out some haymakers because you know you're behind a little bit and you gotta like make some plays. But that SD's big, just even for momentum.
Yeah, I mean, and now, like, even if you get, you know, exactly, you want to get Sheik out of crouch cancel percent at the least, and you stand a chance even if your stock is taken right this moment.
Right.
Which it is.
But still big. Still
Yes.
big to get the 47.
Yeah, now you are within arm's reach of making this game even.
Oh, good DI.
Yeah.
Can't continue a little bit more than that.
Yeah,
What's the edge going to be?
The no platform on the right side is really fortunate for Teatime Tim here as far as his edge guard goes, but is able to sneaky grab the ledge going straight to the side of the Sheik proof.
You want to get a little bit more percent here from the Sheik's end. Goes for up tilt, but not quite high enough percent, especially not on FOD.
I think it's important to keep Sheik from reaching the center of the stage. Mo Money's been so good with some stage control. I think just kind of missed.
Yeah.
Sheik does have, like, what was it, second or third worst aerial acceleration, I guess?
Yeah. No drift. No drift.
That's wild.
But a lead right now from Teatime Tim.
Yeah, suddenly came back on the very last stock. That SD was huge.
No punish on these throws. Trying to read a jump, actually, which is really nice. There's the F smash.
That's your forward smash. That's the fish.
On the last stock? That's crazy.
Yeah, to start mixing them in. And, you know, being in the lead sometimes gives you the license to go for some more of those risks, those calculated offense.
Definitely. Oh, okay, not quite timed. Another F smash.
Still works out. Teatime Tim is in the driver's seat. Oh, no.
That's
The
too
chain.
bad.
Yeah, there were a couple mistakes from Mo Money in that game, but, you know, shout-outs to Teatime Tim and his composure, which I think really is what took him ahead in those last couple of stocks.
Definitely.
Those missed punishes from Mo Money, the SD, the edge guard recovery flubs, like, they made the difference, and Teatime Tim took full advantage.
Yeah. A lot of unfortunate flubs, I think, from Mo Money in terms of just like the up B recoveries. There was like a couple up Bs on stage, a couple up Bs that looked like they just weren't, they were like hit.
Yeah.
Like doing like the side B, you know, instead on the last stock, I think, too. So maybe a little bit of nerves, I'm not sure.
And I mean, it seemed like at the outside of that game, too, there were some misses. Like the aggregate of, like, I remember the very beginning, a down tilt fair at like 100 missed. There were a couple of like conversions where like a fair didn't connect or something, and that's a big deal because you have to win neutral like one additional time. And most of those times, Teatime Tim had the achievable goal of just getting a couple aerials in to close the gap a little bit.
Right.
And eventually was able to all the way to the last stock.
I love the F smashes though on last stock though. That was real nice.
Yeah.
Because you almost don't have enough time to adapt. Because you're spacing for all these other things, and then now suddenly F smash is coming out, which is deceptively long, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and Teatime really, like, you don't want to get grabbed when, I believe, under 20% when that was happening.
Yeah.
And F smash is so far that Sheik really has to do wait right outside, do a well-spaced boost grab in order to get you. So it's kind of low risk. And with Sheik at, 60-ish% at that range, you're going to earn yourself an edge guard opportunity.
Yeah, even if you don't get the tipper at that particular percent, it'll still send far enough off stage, like you're saying. But that was a good set. A little back and forth.
We've had a few good ones already. This is nice.
Yeah.
I think we have a